If you want to make the most moist, tender, and easy vegan banana bread that doesn't taste vegan at all, then you've come to the right place. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Britt and I am the vegan food blogger behind the Banana Diaries. And today we're making my absolute favorite classic banana bread made vegan. So there are no eggs, no dairy, and you can also easily make it gluten-free as well. This banana bread is so tender and moist, you're not gonna believe that there are no eggs in it, and you're actually gonna learn that you don't need eggs for banana bread in general because bananas are the egg replacement. So that's what makes this recipe so easy. It's also made in just one bowl, so it's super quick to make and you're just gonna love it. It's gonna be on repeat in your kitchen every single week, I can guarantee it. All right, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so we're first gonna start by mashing our bananas. I have 3 medium, very ripe bananas. And I actually recommend mashing them on a plate. It's a lot easier to make sure that you're getting all of the clumps of the banana mashed perfectly. So we're just going to peel our bananas, obviously, and start our mashing. And if your bananas aren't super ripe, you can actually ripen them in the oven fast. You'll bake them at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 to 10 minutes until they darken, and then you have perfectly ripe bananas. So I'm just gonna mash them on the plate. What's cool about this is that the bananas are going to act as both the egg replacement and the flavor enhancer, the flavor component of the entire bread. So in traditional banana bread, you actually don't need eggs. You don't even need to replace them with anything. You're just gonna use banana. That's how simple this recipe is, and it yields the best tasting banana bread I've ever had, vegan or not, even from before my vegan days. And I think you'll find on the reviews that a lot of people agree, which is really cool. So we're gonna save some eggs, leave them where they are, don't need to bake with them. And that looks perfect. And now it is time to make our batter. So we have our mashed bananas, then we're gonna be using some olive oil, avocado oil, cooking oil, or melted vegan butter. We also have brown sugar and granulated sugar. We need the brown sugar as well to help add in some moisture to the cake and to enrich the flavor. And then we also have some dairy-free milk that's gonna be added in with our flour, nutmeg, cinnamon, baking powder, baking soda, and a little bit of sea salt. So those are all our ingredients. Really simple. You probably already have them on hand. And let's begin. So we'll add our mashed bananas into the bowl. And this is truly a 1 bowl recipe. I know that I measured out the flour into another bowl. That's just for ease of measuring. You could just measure everything into the bowl. But I figured it would be quicker on camera for you guys. And we're gonna add in 1/3 cup of our oil. You can also use melted vegan butter. I'm using avocado oil there. And then we're gonna add in 1/2 cup or 100 grams of granulated sugar. 1/2 cup or about 3/4 cup of lightly packed brown sugar. So if it's lightly packed, it's gonna be 3/4 cup. If it's packed, it's gonna be 1/2 cup. And either way, you're aiming for 110 grams of brown sugar. And of course, we have our vanilla extract. I completely forgot about that. I do 2 teaspoons because I really like vanilla. And now we whisk. You truly just need a whisk for this recipe. You don't need any equipment, just whisk and then pour. And once everything is combined like this, we're gonna add in all of our dry ingredients. So if you were to truly make this a 1 bowl recipe, you would just measure your flour straight into the bowl using a scale along with your nutmeg, cinnamon, baking powder, and baking soda, and sea salt. I just pre-measured it into a bowl and I'm gonna just dump it in here. So this is 2 cups or 250 grams of all-purpose flour, or you can use gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour. I only recommend using King Arthur measure for measure. It won't leave your cake gummy, which is really good. The Bob's I've found is a little bit gummy sometimes, so that's a little bit annoying. And then we're just going to gently whisk this in, and then while we're whisking, we're gonna pour in our dairy-free milk. Now this is just 1/4 cup, so that's 4 tablespoons of dairy-free milk, or about 50 milliliters, just to help with integrating the flour. And make sure that it's at room temperature. You don't want cold dairy-free milk going into your batter. I talk a lot about making sure to use room temperature ingredients when it's called for that, because that is super crucial. You don't want to be integrating cold ingredients, which will seize up the batter along with your hot ingredients, and that is what creates kind of a gummy texture. So you can see I'm just like gently whisking, making sure that the dry ingredients are all incorporated, but I don't want to overmix. So you don't want to just go like do, like that's not mixing, that's not good. We'll set this guy aside. Okay. So now we're just gonna add our banana batter to our baking pan. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can also stir in some chocolate chips too if you want, or some nuts as well. But we're just gonna pour that all in here. I'm using a 9-inch loaf pan. You can use an 8-inch, a 1-pound baking pan as well. The baking times will vary a little bit, so check my blog post for all of the recommended baking times. This is my all-time favorite banana bread, and you're about to see why. So I'm gonna be a little bit cliche, and I like to top my banana bread with the banana on top, so you really need like 4 bananas. You can just do banana coins or just nuts on top. You don't have to top with the banana, but I always think it's nice because then you get more banana, and it does signal that it's a banana bread if you couldn't smell it. Just 2 halves right there. And now we're ready to go into the oven. So let's bake this banana bread. Done. Okay, so our banana bread is all out of the oven and it's ready to be sliced into. I've let it cool for about like 10-ish minutes. So let's transfer it to the cooling rack here. I'm so excited. It's so pretty. Okay, let's slice it. Oh, it's so pretty. It smells really good. It tastes really good. Oh my gosh, it's so soft and lovely. Taste test. That's my favorite. Wow. It's so perfectly soft, but still has structure. I'm so obsessed. And there you have it, the easiest vegan banana bread that tastes absolutely out of this world. You're gonna love it. So the full recipe is found down below, linked in the description box. Just click open the arrow and it'll be right there. Be sure to leave a rating and a review on the recipe page if you try it. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and be notified when more recipe videos like this pop up. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.